Do. And here we go. Hello, everybody. So nice to see so many of you coming into the room today. Thank you so much for joining us on Sunday, March 19. We are smack in the middle of Women's History Month and Irish American Heritage Month, and super excited to have in the room today special guest host Betsy Fulford coming in from Washington Revels, and Abbie Mulberg, who is going to be singing us an Irish tune. Get to both of them in just a minute. Let's say hi to everybody out there on the live stream. Help me out, gang. Wave to everybody. Hello, everybody on the live stream. Great to see you. And hello to everybody in the room today. So we said hi to Abbie, who's coming in, I think, from DC, and Betsy, who's coming in from DC, and Hoda in British Columbia. Hello. Pauline in Newcastle, UK. Hello. Julie in Ontario, Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Anne in Knoxville, Becky in British Columbia, Jim and Kate together in Charlottesville. That's Jim in New York City and Kate in Charlottesville together. I love it. Hello, Sheila in Florida, Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, reminding us that today is day 1078 here in the Daily Antidote of Song. For anybody out there who doesn't know, we do this every day at noon Eastern. Please join us every day for a sing-along song and a lot of community and a lot of sign waving and all kinds of funny things that happen every day. Susan in Ohio, nice to see you. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, glad to see you. Deli in Maryland, hello. Hello to Arlene in California, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Kevin in DC, Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Cricket in Maryland, Susan in Seattle, Nancy in Washington State, Bronwyn in Victoria, BC, Sarah in Texas, folks still jumping in the room. Who do we still have? Annette in California, Jim Harkless is in the house, another Washington Reveler. Thanks for being here today, Jim from Maryland. Bob Delaney coming in from, I don't remember, and I'm going to need an update. I think maybe Arizona. Hello to Linda in Orcas Island, Penny in Victoria, Penny and Ralph in Victoria. Hi, Ralph. Leah in Illinois. And then folks off video today, Sid and Mercury. Hey, I know who you are. Coming in from Maryland. Caroline in DC. Lynn in Connecticut. Sandy in Western North Carolina. Carol in Connecticut. Curly Tops in Vermont. Fred in Maryland. Here comes Martha in Oregon. I think we got everybody. If we missed you on the hello end, gang, we will get you on the goodbye end. Thanks so much again to everybody for being here. Let's all take a deep breath. We've had a really great week here in the Daily Antidote of Song. Lots more to come in the upcoming weeks of Women's History Month. And we want to turn it over right now to Betsy Fulford, who's going to tell us a little bit about today's artist, who is, I think, first time in the room today. Yeah, first time in the room. So Betsy Fulford, music director, Washington Revels, the floor is now yours.
Well, happy Sunday afternoon. I'm coming to you direct from my church basement, where we just finished Lent 4 service, and so I'm happy to be here, and I'm super happy to be hosting Abbie Mulberg, one of my absolute favorite people from Washington Revels. And I'll tell you a little bit about her, and then she'll fill in all of the other blanks. But Abbie is she's wearing 2 hats today because she's a woman. So she's here for Women's History Month, yay! And she also is coming off of quite a few Irish gigs because Abbie plays both keyboard and flute, and she sings, which she'll be doing today, with the Whiskey Before Breakfast Band. And the Whiskey Before Breakfast Band has been part of Washington Revels for the last, I don't know how many years now, but they were featured in our Christmas Revels show both this year and the previous year. And they're also going to be with us for Spring Revels, which will take place twice. So if you happen to be in the DC area, and that's Maryland, DC, Virginia, any of those areas, do join us on April 29th at Glen Echo Park. We'll be part of the Carousel opening event when the wonderful historic carousel at Glen Echo opens for the first time in the season. And then we will be at the National Cathedral. As part of the Flower Mart. We will actually be the closing event, the closing event is the best word I can come up with. At the Flower Mart, we will close out the whole thing with a big show in the front of the cathedral. And even though it rained last year, we feel really good about good weather this year. So Abbie is, she's been part of Washington Revels for quite a number of years, and both she and her sister Jackie I think they came on either at the same time or close to the same time into Washington Revels. And then also Jackie's husband, Jonathan, has both been on stage with Washington Revels and has done some assistant directing and will also be featured in our Spring Revels shows. So it's a big family affair for the Mulberg and Owen family. So I'm going to turn things over to to Abbie today, not Jackie, who's going to tell you a little bit about the song she's going to teach us today, and then we'll get to sing.
Oh, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Yes, as Betsy mentioned, me and most of my family at this point sing in a group called Whiskey Before Breakfast Band. It's a local Irish band. We're actually, for people local to the area, we're a spin-off of the Alexandria group, the Irish Breakfast Band. So that's kind of where we got our name. But one of the songs that we love to sing is The Wild Rover. It's a popular Irish song. It's a big crowd pleaser, and it's actually my mom's favorite song. So that's kind of one of the reasons I picked it. So hopefully some of you guys know it, but the chorus, I can sing through it and then we can sing it together, is: and there's no nay, never, no nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. Hopefully that sounds familiar to a few of you or just gets you in the Irish spirit. So the first line: and it's no nay, never, and it's no nay, never, no nay, never, no more, no nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. Sound good? Because now we're going to up it a little bit. There is optional clapping. So if you feel like clapping, here's how this goes. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. Feeling good? All right, let's launch into this. I've been a wild rover for many's a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer, and now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can have any day, and it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. Then out of my pocket I took sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskies and ales are the best, and the words that I spoke, they were only in jest, and it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they'll caress me as oft times before, well, I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, one more time, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Oh, thank you all. That was lovely.
I love that song, and it's always better if you're in a pub and you have a mug of beer or something that you can bang on the table. So we did some nice polite clapping, but my recollection is there's always a lot of pounding on the tables during this song. So thank you so much, Abbie. That was wonderful. And it's a great ending to well, I'm not sure that St. Patrick's Day celebrations are over quite yet. There was quite a lot of pub crawling happening in DC over the last couple days, and I suspect it'll continue today. So Abbie, I just wanted, you talked a little bit about Whiskey Before Breakfast Band. How did you how did you all end up coming together to form the Whiskey Before Breakfast Band?
It was actually, I mentioned, a spin-off of the Irish Breakfast Band, who's been playing in the Alexandria and DC area for well over 40 years, to the point where some of the band members are actually children of original band members. And so we were sort of a younger generation, which originally we were jokingly called the kids table, but we decided that we liked playing together so much that we were going to spin off and create kind of a secondary group, which was Whiskey Before Breakfast.
Yeah, and fun name too.
Yeah.
So I hear, and I guess I'm aware that you all did a lot of stuff during the pandemic to kind of keep the band going. And can you talk about that a little bit? Since Absolutely. This is kind of a pandemic, the Daily Antidote of Song is another child of the pandemic.
We sprung up at about the same time. We had just started playing together as an official band in late 2019. So just as we had hit the ground running, the pandemic hit. And we're all the kind of people, just like all you guys, that we couldn't keep going without music. Like, we needed to have some music in our lives. And so we ended up starting up a YouTube channel and doing very similar to this format, where we'd all record our tracks separately and then kind of mush them all together into pieces, which allowed us to kind of continue playing together. And the skills we actually learned from that, we ended up using to record our first album, which we recorded in our living room. Wow. I'm a shamelessly plug.
All right, go shamelessly plug it. And it's volume 1.
Yes.
Volume 1 at home. So what is that? What's the next volume going to be called?
So we were going to do a full album, and then halfway through the process, we actually ended up meeting a local recording studio who wanted to work with us. So we decided to take all the stuff we recorded at home and release it in one album. And then soon we're going to be releasing volume 2 out and about, since we're back out in the world.
And where can somebody acquire your CD if they're interested in it?
We have a website, whiskeybeforebreakfastband.com. It's got info about the CD and where you can access it. We are on the Spotify and the Amazon and Apple Music, all the platforms.
Can you hold it up one more time just so we can see it? There it is. Whiskey Before Breakfast Band, Volume 1 at home. All right. And I have a copy. It's great. So if you like Irish music and you like just some fun, wonderful stuff, the band is great. Can you talk a little bit about the makeup of your band, since you're here? And I already said that you sing, you play the keyboard, and you play the flute and whistles. Who else is in your band?
We've got 7 people, and most of us play multiple instruments. We've got myself, who does play keyboard and flute and sings some. My husband, Jonathan, who plays percussion and he sings. My sister, Jackie, plays guitar. Picked up the didgeridoo for one song on YouTube if you want to check out that one. Bobby is he plays mandolin and piano and bones. And then we have 3 fiddlers, 2 of which are sisters, Maggie and Janny. And then Rebecca is our 3rd fiddler, and they all dance as well. They do Irish dance, Appalachian clogging. And then our 8th band manager is Jackie's husband, Butch, who he plays banjo with us sometimes, but mostly he runs our sound and gets us beers and is generally keeps us all together and rolling.
That's the most important job, is the band manager.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the job where you need somebody to help everybody else do their best. So you are lucky to have him. I also heard through the grapevine that you've been nominated for some awards. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We have, just like Daily Antidote of Song, we were nominated for the Whammy Award, which is the Washington Area Music Awards, kind of similar to the Grammys. We are nominated for our new album. In the Blues and Folks category, we're nominated for Best Artist, Best Album, and Best Song on the album. So we are nominated, we're finalists, and on April 1st, we're going to find out who the winners are.
Ooh, that's coming up soon. That's also my husband's birthday. So April 1st and one of my grandchildren's birthdays. So April 1st is a very special day for me. So I hope it'll be a special day for you too.
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
And for the Daily Antidote of Song. And I think it's like the do good category. Is that right, Joe? That Daily Antidote of Song is nominated in, and who does more good than you? So I do hope that that you will be the successful winner of that. But I know you're a finalist, and I think that means, just like all the Academy Award people say, it's an honor to be nominated and to be a finalist. And so we'll keep our fingers crossed. And I can tell you who I voted for, and they're all in the room where I can see them right here. So I wish you all the best of luck on that. All right, well, I don't have a huge number of other questions for you. Do you have anything else you want to tell us about the band or what you've been up to? I know I saw you in a fabulous Broadway musical kind of thing I think it was last summer, and I know you do a lot of musical theater work. Do you have anything coming up that we should know about? Musical theater?
We have, we've got one project coming up this Christmas that we technically can't announce yet, but it is a play about Christmas, and there are carols. We can. Oh, we can? We're Jonathan officially can announce it. He's directing a production of A Christmas Carol at the Little Theater of Alexandria.
Oh, wonderful! That's great.
That was one of those where he got the news a couple weeks ago. We've had to keep it under wraps. It's been super exciting.
All right. Well, we heard it first on the
breaking news.
So that's fantastic. So yeah, if you're in the area, you want to look for that, because that will be wonderful, I'm sure. And what about you? Are you just looking for the next theater opportunity to come up?
Pretty much. Typically, I take a break in the spring because being an Irish band and St. Patrick's Day, it's
a busy
that's
time.
pretty much your whole life for the month of March, which is delightful. It's the way to live.
Yeah, can you tell us about some of your recent gigs with the band?
Absolutely.
Where have you been playing?
We just yesterday headlined the Martinsburg, West Virginia St. Patrick's Day Festival, which, despite the chilly, breezy weather, a bunch of people came out and sang and danced and enjoyed that sort of festival. Our upcoming stuff is a lot with the Washington Revels. We're really excited for all the May performances.
Great. Well, I think we're ready for a reprise of the song, unless Joe has some other things to say. And I think she's been putting some links in the chat to. I know you have 2 new videos on YouTube. Were they specifically for St. Patrick's Day release, or?
They were. We try to release a video around St. Patrick's Day every year. So one of them was footage of us recording our second album to kind of tease the second album. The other one just happened to coincide with St. Patrick's Day. We decided to enter the NPR Tiny Desk concert.
Oh.
So we recorded that, and that's a special one for us because rather than being a traditional tune, it actually is an original piece written by our band member Bobby. So he wrote a gorgeous waltz named after a street nearby called the Mount Ida Waltz.
Oh, I know Mount Ida. That's wonderful. So I think Joe put the links to those YouTubes in the chat somewhere, and also the link to your website.
Yep.
So people can learn more about Whiskey Before Breakfast Band. And I think we're ready for a reprise. What do you think, Joe? Do you have anything more to say? More announcements? Or should we sing?
I will make a quick announcement because on Tuesday we have our virtual community sing. So I'm going to throw that up really quickly just so everybody knows about it. So this is Tuesday, March 21, because we are every 21st of every month, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It is virtual, so everybody can join. And we're going to have Dr. Kathy Bullock, Maura Smiley, Brendan Taff, and Dawn Pemberton helping us celebrate Women's History Month and Irish American History Month. It is free and accessible to everybody who has a screen, so we hope you'll join us there. And back to you, Betsy. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to just hand it back to Abbie then to, I don't think we need to review the refrain. I think we can just sing the song again.
You guys were solid. And I see a request from Kevin to put it in a more flute-friendly key, and as a flute player, I feel you. So let's, I got my piano here. Let's try actually doing it in D, a proper Irish key, rather than, goodness knows what that last one was. So for you, Kevin, we're doing it in D. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I've been a wild rover for many's a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer, and now I'm returning with gold in great store. And I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can have any day, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Then out of my pockets I took sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskies and ales are the best, and the words that I spoke, they were only in jest, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they'll caress me as oft time before, well, I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. One more time. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Yay! Thank you, everyone.
Yes, and thank you, Abbie. Thank you, Abbie. It is so great to have you here today, and I feel like the Irish spirit that maybe I wasn't in on St. Patrick's Day, because I didn't sing anything Irish. I finally have it today. So thank you for bringing the Irish spirit to all of us in this wonderful Women's History Month, where we honor women all month long, and St. Patrick's Day. So thank you for that. Joe has put some more things in the chat, I see. So make sure that you come back every day at noon, if you can, for a wonderful song. And I am going to let her say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you so
So,
much, Betsy Fulford, Washington Revels music director. We so appreciate when you can be in this room with us. Thank you for being here. Washington Revels has been a great partner in this project and continues to be so. And thank you so much to Abbie Mulberg, first time in the room. Hope it will not be your last. It was fabulous singing with you today. Great to see you at the Washington Revels Pub Sing, where you were one of the main leaders. It was just absolutely a fabulous night. So thank you for that. And I also want to shout out that Abbie's husband actually did sing with us during the pandemic. And we'll try and find that link and throw that also in the chat for you so you can go back and revisit that video in case you missed it. And Abbie's husband is Jonathan. There we go. But I don't know last name. Can you remind me? Is it also Mulberg?
Yeah.
It is also Mulberg.
Jonathan Mulberg, thank you for singing with us so long ago and hope we can have you back again too. Yay! All right, we're going to say goodbye to everybody in the room. Thanks again to Abbie and to Betsy. Thanks again to Jonathan. And thank you and hello and goodbye to everybody out there on the live stream. We're so glad you joined us today. And to everybody, of course, in the room. Can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Jim in Maryland, thank you so much. Sarah in Texas, Kevin in DC, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Susan in Ohio, Jim and Kate in New York City and in Charlottesville, except both in Charlottesville right now. It's so much fun to see you guys together. Pauline and William. There's William. Hi, William. We're glad you joined us today. Coming in from Newcastle, UK. Glad to see you. And hello to Mabel and Bob and the Bears. Wait, it's goodbyes, not hellos. Bye, guys. Lots of love to the Bouncing Bears. I liked seeing them clap. That was really fun on the claps. Anne in Knoxville, thank you so much for being here. Becky in British Columbia, thank you. Sheila in Florida, thank you. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. And Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, and Dally in Maryland, Arlene in Berkeley, California, Cricket in Maryland, Susan in Seattle, Annette in California, Linda in Orcas Island, Leah in Illinois, Diane in Puerto Rico, Storm in Massachusetts, Aloysius in Westford, Mass, Fred in Maryland, Martha in Oregon, Anne in Maryland, Julie in Ontario, Trish in Victoria, Hoda in British Columbia, Amanda and Miles. Amanda got so into St. Patrick's Day, she dyed her hair green, which is awesome. Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Kat in Vermont, Curly Tops, 1, 2, and maybe 3 over there hiding behind my screen. I think Alice May and Willard and Leanna, nice to see you guys coming in from Vermont. Jamie in Victoria, great to see you. Ralph and Penny in Victoria, thank you for being here. And then folks off video, Kristen in Washington State, Nancy in, that's Nancy's Irish Cow, of course. Nancy, oh, hey, Kristen, nice to see you. Thanks for being here today. Nancy's Irish Cow, there it is, in Washington State. Caroline in DC, Lynn in Connecticut, Carol in Connecticut. Rosalie in Michigan, nice to see you. Amos in Mass, nice to see you. Jane in Maryland, thanks for being here. Everybody, let's take a deep breath. Whew. Can't wait to sing with all of you again tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here. Hugs and love, everybody.